Okay, guys, so we're on our way to the museum now. Hi guys, long time no see. I don't even see, but like, do you know the cheapest way to go out? Like the cheapest way, just off the top of your head, tell me the cheapest way to go out. Now some of you may have said, oh, you take in drive, or oh, you take downfall, or you take bus. No, the cheapest way is to follow your family member out, branch off to where you want to go to, then come back and follow them back home. Because that way you spend zero money on transport. I would know because that's literally my unpatched method whenever I want to go out to somewhere serious. I follow a family member, branch off, branch back, and come back to the house. And we are going to be employing that method today. If you know me, you know I'm someone that loves to write. I love writing books, I love writing short stories, I love writing a lot of things. There's always been a particular part of myself or my culture that I can't write about because I simply do not know it. That's something about it being modern times. The fact that it's very easy for you to lose your culture, even if you may not be the most traditional person, because I'm not a very traditional person. I find it at least interesting to be able to have that knowledge and be able to transfer it to something else. For example, one of my favorite authors of all time is Arif Kwang, and the reason why I like Arif Kwang is Arif Kwang heavily researches topics and then uses her research to basically write a very, very good book. It's always something that has mesmerized me about her, and I've always wanted to write something that at least has a good chunk of my culture in it. Yes, I have written a book and it does have a bit of culture here and there, a bit of Yoruba culture here and there, and a bit of Igbo Hausa in it, as you will. But it's not enough, right? It's not enough. That's not why we're here. I'm not going to lie to myself and say, oh, it's a stylistic choice as to why I only use sprinkles and bits. I use sprinkles and bits because there's not enough knowledge of this thing in my head because I don't know a lot of it. I only know the part that I've been exposed to. To cut the long story short, we are going to a museum. Not any museum, a Yoruba museum. The first time I saw the museum was when I was on IT last year. I always saw it on my way back from work and I always wanted to go there, but I didn't have time and I did not have the energy to go to the museum. But like I said, I'm going to be using my unpatched method. Surprisingly enough, my dad is going to be going somewhere on the island that is very, very close, walkable distance to this museum, and I have decided that why don't I use my last few days at home to actually do something that has been on my to-do list for a very, very long time. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to carry my tripod. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to do a lot of things, right? But I do want to go to this museum and I do want to learn a little bit because I do like learning a lot of things. I like a little bit of history. I'm not a history nerd, but I do like to know like what happened as time went on, and I find it a very, very interesting and intriguing concept. So your girl is going to be getting educated today. So I'm going to head to the museum and you all are coming with me. So as always, I have a plan. Pre-museum, at the museum, and post-museum. The pre-museum is just getting ready. I decided to go to this museum very, very impromptu. These people are leaving in an hour. I have not had my bath. I have not found which clothes I'm going to wear, whether I'm going for a more casual look or I'm going full on corporate. I have not found the clothes. I don't know what style I'm going for today and whether the outfit is going to make sense, but my plan is to use that. The next thing is when we get there and when we get to the museum, I want to, again, or a farm, because why not? But then I also want to see interesting things that I can note down for myself in my notebook. I think carrying a full-on notebook is going to be a bit of an overkill, so I'm going to plan to use the note app on my phone to document interesting things that they say and things that just make sense and resonate with me. And I'm also going to try my best to take as many pictures and videos as possible if pictures and videos are actually allowed. And then I'm also going to be trying my best to ask questions if there's anything I don't understand, and just make sure that I understand the concepts that are being shared. And aside from that, after everything, we are going to have a debrief. So things that I learned, things that I found interesting, things that I feel did not make sense to me but might make sense to someone else, or might appear in a future book idea of mine. You never know, Ring. I have an outfit that just popped into my head. Alright guys, this is what I'm looking like. I should ideally do a full body video, but my room is very messy and I haven't had the chance to clean it up because I am rushing. I've had to do everything I can possibly do. I've had to do my face, my hair, everything in 20 minutes. It comes with the territory because, like I said, you are rushing, you are hitchhiking, so you have to be very, very fast. They are going to leave me very soon, so I have to go. Toodles.
Few minutes, I'll call you.
Okay, guys, so we're on our way to the museum now. It's not that far from where we are, so we're walking. So originally the plan was to go to the Yoruba Museum. Unfortunately, it was not open, so we had to go to the museum that was opposite that, which was the National Museum. At first I was thinking that it was going to be like kind of like a bus, because I'd seen pictures of the Yoruba Museum online and I was so excited to see what I could learn, and I was super excited in general for what was about to go down. But like I was like, "Oh, this National Museum, let me just check, see what's going on. We have to go to the National Museum."
Given the stool to their daughter, they are entitled to one cow. Others, treasures are valuable items like a safe. It serves the same purpose as a safe. For the chiefs in Benin and then another two for the chiefs in Nupi Kingdom.
Someone in that community, mostly maybe their king.
So there is like family.
We're heading home now, guys. We went to chill in a place that's not far from the museum, but we're done now. And one of my sandals caught, so I'm walking around with 1.5 legs. Always me, for real. I know that you still haven't seen my hair. Sorry, this is a different vlog. Oh, hi guys. So I came back from the museum like 3-4 days ago. I'm supposed to have recorded this part since, but like I've been really occupied because I'm working on another vlog because I'm resuming school tomorrow, and this is supposed to be like, we're supposed to have like a little resumption vlog. I'm working on it. I'm back from the museum and I've actually had so much fun. I never realized how interesting our history was, that even the different like tribes of Nigeria, how interesting our history was like that day, because I learned a lot of things. Like, we didn't particularly rent a tour guide. I don't know if we were allowed to rent a tour guide, but there was one person, I think he was a tour guide for like 2 other people, and they were like, oh yeah, we can join them, so it would be like a bit more interactive. So like, there was now this tour guide that was going around giving us a lot of information about the place. Like, we learned so much. First things first, I think we found out that last names were a result of colonialism, and there was actually no such thing as last name, at least in Yoruba culture. Usually what happens is that when you are given a name, your name sort of reflects different things about you. Your name can either be based on the circumstances of your birth, your destiny. There were a lot of things that were like different factors. Certain aspects of like your family was like imbued in your name. Yoruba culture, traditionally women do not take their husband's names. Who went to war, what they wore to go to war, how like children are raised up, like how they are taught. Traditionally, you see that when they are raising children, obviously at that point education was like work-based. Usually a child is learning based on what their family is doing, or in certain cases the child is taken to a priest or a more like a church priest, but you get what I'm saying, someone that is in tune with the heavens, and usually they're taken by the mother or the parents of the mother to find out the destiny of that child and then raise the child according to the destiny that is found. Then we also learned a bit about the different houses and traditional houses of Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa people. We also learned about coral beads and their significance to show like governance and status. We spoke a bit about deities. We also spoke, I think, there was a section about death. It was like this different masks. There was a particular mask I think the king usually wore to show that he has like power to decide who lives and who dies. We learned that Yoruba people don't believe in death. So we don't believe in heaven or hell. We believe in like reincarnation. So you either come back as someone else or other things, sha. And there was this like quote that the guy said. He said it's in Yoruba, but I can't say it's in Yoruba. But it's basically like a king does not die, he goes to like a higher place, which is what he called it. There's a belief that even if a king does die in this realm, he goes to like a different place, like oversees the affairs of like the people from there. And I thought it was like such an interesting concept. Religion largely influenced how a lot of things work in Nigeria, mostly Christianity and Islam. Some positive impacts, others not so much. I had a fun time. I honestly feel like if I have the time, I will probably go again just to see if there's any more information they can share that I didn't catch when I went. So that was like everything. Not like everything. I have like a long note. The whole time I was on my notes app typing away, because I think there was a particular point that we spoke about Yoruba and their belief in like twins, and then they were like, usually, because if a twin dies, what they believe is that the twin that died can come from the twin that is alive. So if one twin dies, what they usually do is that they will build like a small statue or figure to represent that twin, to like appease the spirit of the twin. So anything they do for the twin that is alive, they do it for that statue or figure as well, just so that the twin that is dead does not come for the one that is alive. There were just a lot of things, lots of different concepts, lots of different masquerades, lots of different things in general that I don't think I can cover in this video, because this is a vlog, so there's limits to the amount of information I can share. I did get a lot of information, and the information that I did get, I am planning to do a few book concepts with it. I would definitely recommend it as like something that I think everyone should do at least like once or twice, because there's a lot of inspiration that comes from these things. There's a lot of things that make sense once you've gotten this vital piece of information that you've been lacking, and that's just my stance. I'm sorry that I look a bit tired and weird. It's because I'm going to school tomorrow and I put off recording the ending of this video for too long. I shouldn't have, but I did. I'm sure I'm glad I'm done recording this video now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next the next video. Bye.